Hey friend, I'm back. A bookish vlog, a bookish vlog, a bookish vlog, a bookish vlog. All right, today is Saturday, June 6th. It is 8:42 in the morning. So we're here in Orlando, Florida, and I guess what I'm going to do in this beautiful vlog, I'm essentially going to tell you where I am, tell you where I've been, and tell you what's going on. So first things first, hi, I'm Nefertiti and I. If you are new here, welcome or welcome back. If you're not, I am a plus size content creator who loves all things fashion and all things books. If you are not new here, welcome back. It's been 3 years. Yikes. I know. Subscribe, like, share, comment, do all the things. I took a break. It's a little breaksy because I wanted to be a good mommy and I wanted to focus on that. And I'm still going to be a good mommy. So this isn't going to be very permanent, honestly. Like vlogging is kind of like a secondary thing. And I'm doing it just I can be a little fun. You see the flowers. First things first, we gotta like dump these. They're dirty. Yeah, I've been out and about. Whatever clips I can find, I'll show you. Kind of like a whirlwind, and go. You just keep on running. Oh, yeah. Y'all getting all the noisy toys. Love that for you. Hey friend, welcome back to my channel. This is my haul from my mom's house. Thank you. All right. Thank you. No, you're fine. Florida Atlantic University. We are innovative. This is why you are beautiful. Girls trip. Get it. Oh, all right, we're back. So that's my life for the last 2 years. I hope you enjoyed. It's not that I didn't want to see you guys. I wanted to do the things, but a lot has changed. I have to get these stickers. I found a used bookstore in my new city, and we got to get these stickers off the books because it drives me nuts. So let's do that. We'll do a speedy montage. So you're supposed to do that, and then it's supposed to come right off. Oh shit. Women in STEM. Just like that. Easy. What? Like butter. I went to the bookstore. I found this really cool bookstore. Shout out to my coworker who is a book buyer. And yes, it is a different hobby than book reader because she doesn't actually read her books, but she loves to buy them. She sent me a bunch of book recommendations or bookstore recommendations that I am going to go and try thrift stores, bookstores, everybody stores. This one was called Bright Light Books. It's in Orlando, Florida, up in Apopka. If you are in the Orlando area, that is where it is. I got these two books. This was $8 and this one was $10, and great condition. It's a used bookstore. So I got The Wedding Party by Jasmine Guillory. I had already read her other book while we were dating, and I gave it 4 stars because I hated the ending. However, that book I read and loved it, so I decided I was going to go and read all of her other romance novels, and I'm reading this one, The Wedding Party. Only problem is I feel like this is a part of a series and I got the wrong book, so I have to go back now and get all the other ones. I did see all the other ones in her series, so I'm going to go back and get them, but this is that. Then I got Emily Henry's Funny Story. I love humor. I love romantic comedies, and I really love laughing. So I needed something that would make me laugh. And so I got Emily Henry's Funny Story. I had already read Happy Place, which I thought was really good, and it was so funny and cute. And it was a cutesy, feel-good second chance romance. So I thought, you know what, Emily Henry? Okay. I will read everything else you have to offer. My favorite part about her books, I love the artwork. Call me crazy, but I love this artwork mainly because I'm a color black girl. So now I'm going to be using these books for my outfit inspos for sure. I'm currently reading on the Kindle. I got her for Christmas. So that was my Christmas surprise from the Bay. This is her current design in the back. And then I ended up getting this really cool pop socket, which I think is just so cute. And then I got these book charms from Etsy. We are going to attempt making our own book charms very soon because I love the idea of making a bunch of book charms and then putting them in, getting like another one of these vases and having it be like my TBR. These are my 5 favorite books of the year so far. Blood Over Brighthaven by R.F. Kuang, Sweet Heat by Bolu Babalola, King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby, A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams, and Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. Can't Get Enough is the only book I read last year, but that book I can't get enough of. It's so good. So current read on the Kindle is Capri from the Delgado Family series. So I'm on season 3 of the Delgado Family series. I will tell you, if you're going to read Jacquel J, that is the author, just set aside some time and don't do anything else. You're not going to look at another book. You're not going to read another book. You're not going to do nothing else. You're not going to be productive when you start reading Jacquel J's books. Her books are so ridiculously funny and good and so gripping and exciting and addictive. She puts the crack in this, I'm certain. I moved to Orlando and I joined a book club. If you are in the Orlando area and you want to find a really cool book club of like-minded book reading girlies who read Black authors, white authors, other authors, we read mostly thrillers and mysteries right now, but I think they're going to be doing by genre. So the Gold Mint Book Club books right now, we're reading Leave Your Mess at Home for season 3. I'm going to be going to the luncheon. They have a monthly luncheon where we meet up and we talk about books and we talk about the book we've read. And it was so much fun last time. And we get cute, we get dressed up, we talk, we have a good time. Cut to, I'm linking the book club link below if you guys want to join virtually. There's virtual options for those of you who are not local. There's about 300 members actually so far. So we're deep. We're deep with it. But we do have a great time and I do enjoy these girls a lot. It's been really nice to make new friends because I only have a few friends who live up here, and I actually have not been seeing any of my old friends because I have been having such a hard time like making time for people. So I'm trying to do a better job at that, but because I'm on such a strict budget, I can't go nowhere. I can't go to brunch right now. So I have to get my place in order so I can invite my people over and they can come hang out at my house and we don't have to spend no money. And I have to explain to them like, hey girl, we're on a budget. And this was actually a giveaway that they gave us. Inside of this is a journal, and it was like a faith journal, and I loved the idea of that. And it was such a cute giveaway. It's such a beautiful gift. I loved it. It was so sweet. Later that day, I also went to a pop-up shop at a farmer's market in, I want to say it was downtown Orlando. My cousin-in-law's wife She opened a mobile bookstore and it's called Fireside Books, a space for readers and wanderers. This is the bookmark that we get for buying a book from her. And so I got this bookmark. Isn't that cute? So Fireside Books, check them out. She's fantastic. Her name is Shauna Golden. Shout out to my girl Shauna. So that's my cousin, and I love her to pieces. So we're supporting the fams, and we're buying the books. I actually did buy a book from her bookstore. Let me go get it. Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. Michaelides, I think that's how you say his name. I had this on my TBR for a really long time, and I've heard such great things about it, and so I know I'm going to enjoy this book, so I have it, and I bought it to support Fireside Books. I decided I'm going to start buying books. It's the last thing I'm collecting, I promise. I already was collecting fragrances, shoes, clothes, obviously, and purses. I have nowhere to put books, like nowhere. I literally got rid of my bookshelf and then took my bookshelf, like the bookshelf that you saw in my videos, that was being used for perfume and books. Now the books have been moved to floating bookshelves, and we're going to show you soon. I'm going to show you in a minute. So I did read this book in, I think it was April. I don't know if it's April or May, but I did read this book. So I actually, right before I moved, I did try the new romance bookstore in Fort Lauderdale. So a lot of you who follow me or subscribe are in the South Florida area. This one is for you. If you are in Tampa, South Florida, or Miami, you can get romance books at this really nice romance bookstore. It's called Steamy Lit. So I went to Steamy Lit and I bought 2 books from them many moons ago. Shout out to Sasha in the Fort Lauderdale location. She was so fantastic. She was actually the one who recommended me some really good books, including Emily Henry. I want her to know that I read a lot of those things, and now Talia Hibbert is my favorite. I bought When I Think of You by Maya Ariel. This book was a 4-star read, I want to say. I love this book. I love this romance story. It was beautiful. Grown second chance love. They didn't like fall in love in high school. They were like in college, reconnected, reunited, film students type of deal. Contemporary romance is my jam. Then I'm going to be reading this next. It's The Redo List by Denise Williams. I read her other book, Just Our Luck. It was actually recommended to me by my Apple Books because at the time I was reading my books through Apple Books and I was buying books. I bought that book and I was obsessed just with the idea of it. I just looked it up and I was like, oh, that's a cute story. And I read it and I loved her writing. She was so good and I loved her characters. I really love plus size women being the main character and being loved on by these sexy ass men. I think that's fantastic because I'm a plus size woman and I have a man. So I want people to know that we have relationship. So Redo List by Denise Williams is on the TBR. So since you last saw me, I was working in marketing and social media. I have now since changed and I'm back in higher education. I've quit the marketing business altogether. I was tired of every vlog being, I'm looking for a job. I use the school library to check out books. And so this book I have on my TBR. It's by Asako Yuzuki. It's called Butter. I believe this is a thriller or a murder mystery. So definitely going to be reading this. And then Tiffany D. Jackson, The Scammer. I've heard a lot of things about this book. I want to say this is a YA novel, and I'm okay with that. But definitely going to be reading this book. Because I'm an employee of my university, I can check out books and they auto-renew, and I can keep them for as long as I need to before I give them back. And they don't say nothing. So it's a beautiful perk. Okay, so this is my floating book shelf that I bought from Amazon. The link is going to be in my Amazon storefront, and I'm going to put it below. I really enjoy this setup. These are some of the books I've read and or have not read. My favorite book of all time is Bossy Pants by Tina Fey. I have read this book a couple times and it's really good. It's my favorite book. It's basically Tina Fey's memoir, but to me, it's so much more than that, and I think everyone should read it at least once. How this works, so you have this shelf here. What I do is I take the bottom of the cover and you stick it in there and you just close the book on the top. And it kind of looks like it's floating. You're not supposed to see under the shelf, but that's fine. You're looking too hard if you're looking at that. And then you just put your books on top. It's so cute. It's so simple. And then this is, of course, the fragrance collection brought to you by Jared Abel mostly. But I took the stands and I gave them to him because he has so much more fragrances. Oh, he's home. Hmm. So where is he? Oh, I think he's coming inside. Okay, so is he coming inside? Jared's car is outside. He went to the supermarket and he went to the store, but his car's outside. Now I'm a little concerned. Hold on a second. He's safe. Crisis averted. First and foremost, let's get into the books we have read. I have completed 60 books for the year. My goal was 50 books, and I did not think I was going to beat that, but then audiobooks have helped me a great deal. Thank you, audiobooks. To be quite frank, I don't even think audiobooks would have mattered. I still would have beat this goal with or without audiobooks because I'm reading every free moment of my day. Like, I'm out of control. I love reading so much. It is so much fun. Anyway, so this is all of the books that I have read for the year so far. And I really enjoyed a lot of them. The number one genre that I have read is romance. And the number one author that I have read is Jacquel J. Jacquel J has now beat S.A. Cosby because of the way her books are set up. She has like, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. So they're literally like 3 novels split into like multiple books. And I know she hates it, but it is what it is. She's contractually obligated to release her books that way. So we're going to get into Delgado Family Series last. Books I read in May. Hello. So I read 19 books in the month of May. It would have been 20, but I was really being lazy. Of the 19, most of them were so these are the 19 books that I have read. Now, The Summer Girlfriend, it's a romance novel. It's a meet cute fake lovers or fake relationship to lovers trope. Love it. Love it. Can't get enough of it. I really love that book. I thought it was so cute. Christina Forrest has one of my most favorite love stories, and it is from earlier this year. I read it. It's the Green Sister series, and it's The Neighbor Favor. One of my favorite romance novels from forever and ever at all. I love that book and made me it's such a feel good romance. I can't get enough of that one. So I read her Green Sister series earlier this year, and now I just read her new release, The Summer Girlfriend. So she's gonna get a lot more reads out of me. I also read The Reformatory, which is horror, but thriller mystery novel. It is about a 12-year-old boy set in 1940s or 50s Florida, in a fictional city in Florida, who was unjustly accused of assault of a young white boy and was sent to a school for boys, aka juvenile detention. And obviously, at that time, being a little black 12-year-old boy, you wasn't getting sent there to go and make pancakes. And lots of things happen, and everyone under the age of, I want to say 14, can see ghosts. He is one of them. And so the ghosts tell him about what goes down in that area and the boys who die and how they've died and everything like that. I love Talia Hibbert so bad. So I had already read the Brown Sister series, but from her, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, Take a Hint, Danny Brown, and At Your Age, Eve Brown. So the Brown Sister series, I read that in April and March and April, and she's a really good romantic comedy writer. I really enjoy Talia Hibbert's writing. I think she's so funny. I read another one of her books. I just started a new series, the Ravenswood series, and it is A Girl Like Her. And I thought that was such a good romance novel. Romance is my jam. I love this one because it focuses a lot on neurodivergence and what it's like to date as a neurodivergent woman and what that looks like. And I thought, wow, you know something. You know something, Talia. We already talked about Emily Henry, Happy Place, which was the second chance love story. And then she's actually one of the first white authors I read this month. I was kind of crazy. And then I also did Blood Moon. Now, just so you know, I don't do negative reviews on this channel. Like, I'm going to talk about my books, and I'll be realistic. I'm going to tell you for real how I feel. Here's how I roll when it comes to a book review, a movie review, a television show review, any reviews. I don't, like, I'm not going to disparage any author's work because I am an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. So I can only imagine a published author's feelings about their novels. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't like it, I don't like it. And it's not for me. I don't believe things are overhyped just because I don't like a book. I think that's a stupid take. I think it's a good book to somebody. So there you go. I think certain things are for certain audiences and certain things are for certain reading comprehensions and reading levels. You know what I'm saying? So like if you was really into Twilight back in the day and you went back and read it and was like, what the hell is this garbage? It's because Twilight was written for you as a teenager and it was for your teenager reading level. You are now more advanced and you're probably not gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? Like don't constantly disparage people's writing just because you don't like a book that was meant for a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Especially for you who read YA. Like you're expecting YA to be way too mature, and this is meant for teenagers. Like my daughter should be reading this, you know? Calm down. With that said, I did read Blood Moon. It was not for me, and that's always going to be reviewed. When I say it's not for me, that means there's 3 or less stars. That's all you have to know. That was a vampire love story, vampire werewolf love story. Here's the thing about that book. That book had me. I was into it. I was going with it. I was with you, Brittany. I was with you, Brittany Lewis. I was with you. I had it. And then, what the fuck? I'm going to try to make this as spoiler free as possible because I want you guys to go out and read the book. Let me just say, when it came to, and I will have spoiler reviews and I'm going to have spoiler free reviews. Brittany Lewis's Blood Moon was not for me because I can get with the werewolf vampire Twilightish type thing that was going on with that book. But what I could not get behind was when we started getting into more stuff. Like it went off the rails. So I'm not reading the second installment of that series, and that's hard for me because I'm definitely a series finisher. Most times when I start a series and I finish the first book of the series, I typically like it enough to read the next series. Not this time. You're not gonna get me. I also read is it a thriller? I would say it's just literary fiction. It is called Black Buck, and it was by Mateo Ascaripour, and it was about a young man living in Brooklyn, New York, who is a salesman. If you have ever worked in a sales floor situation, you'll know this book. If you have ever worked in one of those sales floors, like if you've seen Wolf of Wall Street, quite literally, that is actually how sales floors operate. That is not Jordan Balfour. I don't know if he wrote the book and all the sales associates in the world decided to go fucking apeshit, or if this is how it's always been. I just know back in 2014, Nefertiti Alexander was a Norwegian cruise line sales rep, or excuse me, I forgot what I was called, a PCC, personal cruise consultant, and I was out here and we were in suits and tie on the sales floor because if you look good, you feel good. That was the rules. And so every day we had to wear suits to work. We had to make sure that we looked professional. And I was amazing at it. I won't say I was bad. I was really good at it until I wasn't. And it was because that kind of stress is only for people who are only motivated by money and nothing else. If you're motivated by money, you can absolutely sell the hell out of some cruises. But if you are not motivated by money, you are not going to be doing a great job at selling the hell out of some cruises, and you're not going to enjoy the pressure that is sales. Cold calling is not my friend. I don't like it, and that's just where I'm at. However, with that said, this book chronicles all of that and what it's like to be a Black man or a Black woman in that space, and what it's like to be of the less fortunate in a space like that, and how it can change you, and how money being your motivator changes your brain chemistry, how you operate with the people around you. I mean, that book spoke to me in so many different ways just because it was like you're motivated by the struggles and the financial struggles and the issues that you're going through, but then you're also motivated by, being accepted in this world that you typically don't get accepted in. And you do a lot of shifty things to like be accepted, and then you accept behaviors that you normally wouldn't accept in the real world because of it, and then how the people around you shift and change because they don't want to see you win, right? Another thriller I read was Honey, and it was by Imani Thompson. It was a new author that I read. I think she's a brand new author. I love this book, but I hated the ending. Once again, great book from start to almost finish. It's a feminist dark comedy. It's a debut novel. The lead character in Honey was Ursa. She's this disillusioned PhD student who starts a vigilante killing spree against sexist men after accidentally killing a problematic professor. The book was actually released this May. So I happenstanced on the book and read it in the month it was released in the library. Like, I got it off of Libby. I was drawn to the book because it was about a PhD student, and I do plan on starting my doctoral program next year or this year. I haven't decided. So because of that, I was like, oh, this seems like it's nice. This seems fun. This seems like a good time. And so I thought of doing Honey. The thing about this book, why I didn't like the ending, and I will say this, why I can't reveal what the ending was. I just didn't like that we had a lot of loose ends to this book, and it really frustrated me for that. I'm never a fan of books that leave me to figure out the ending for myself. Like, don't make me do the work for you. I hate that. And so for me, it was frustrating, and I enjoyed it. I also read two other love stories outside of the Delgado family series. We're going to have a whole thing about Delgado family series later in this vlog. But I read Where the Wildflowers Grow by Tara Shelton Harris. This book was beautiful. This book was incredible. Well, let's start with what it was. It's a contemporary fiction. It's about a woman named Lee. She is a woman who survives a prison bus crash and finds refuge on a flower farm in rural Alabama. She has to confront her past traumas, and she does that with the help of her new chosen family, including the farm's owner, Jackson, and Jackson and her are the romance part of the book. This book is basically just survival, healing, redemption. It's such a good book. 5 stars, no notes. My only critique with the book was that I kind of wished it was only about her healing, survival, trauma, redemption. I kind of wish the love story aspect was removed from it. Like, I kind of wish this was just her new family and that was it. Like, she didn't fall in love with anybody or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like the love story. I love the love story, but I think it needed to either be the love story or the regular story, if that makes sense. Because you're an escaped convict. Like, what happened, girl? Like, I want to talk about it. But you want to talk about Jackson. Okay, girl, I mean, I get it. The way he was described, I would have talked about Jackson too. But girl, you're an escaped convict. How did we get here? You know? Otherwise, beautiful, beautifully written. Such an incredible story, and so moving. Just obsessed over it. Now, I did read one memoir. It was Kenan Thompson's memoir, and I really loved this memoir. I was obsessed with Kenan Thompson when I was growing up. He was one of my very first celebrity crushes growing up. I thought he was just the finest thing alive. If you have not noticed, big dudes have always been my thing. Kenan and Kel were my crushes, but Kenan Thompson was the boy. He was so fine to me. Like, oh my God. He's also one of my favorite comedy writers and one of my favorite comedians, period. He wrote a memoir, When I Was Your Age, Life Lessons, Funny Stories, and Questionable Parenting from a Professional Clown. It was released in 2023. I thought this was such a good book. I think I listened to the book more so than read it, but I always read my books and listen to my books. I don't even know if I've heard music anymore. Like, I used to listen to soca music mixes morning, noon, and night, and now I listen to my books on my way to work. I listen to my books on my way home from work. I listen to my books at work. I listen to my books wherever I go. And then I read the books when I'm not listening to my books. There's only about 4 books this year that I've listened to from start to finish, not including Delgado Family Series. But for the most part, I read my books. But yeah, Kenan Thompson's memoir, When I Was Your Age, was incredibly written. I loved that book. I loved his story. I loved his journey. comedy writers are my favorite people to read about, and I love comedy writing. It's not necessarily my dream career because I know I could do this. Like if I really wanted to put my heart and soul into this, I could get into this. But my goal in life was to do comedy writing. A long, long time ago, I really wanted to be a comedy writer. And it's one of those things that I know if I could do anything else than what I'm doing, I would do comedy writing. I am now at an age where I would not do comedy writing or anything that would require too much of my time because I want to have a family. And I am not in a place where I can just go and like throw myself into that and then also motherhood. And in the last 2 years, my daughter has made it very clear that that is my priority, and it should have always been my priority. And I cannot. There is no having it all. There is no leaning in. There is none of that. Fuck all that. I lean back. So it was really nice to see it being written in that capacity, and to see his journey and how he got to where he got to and what he had to do to get where he got. And one thing that I have seen and understood in any of these memoirs of successful people, especially successful people in the field that I want to work in or work in, is that they could see their finish line. The number one thing about successful people, and that's one thing I saw or I gleaned from his memoir, is that he could see what success looked like for him. If you are interested in doing content creation, influencing, any kind of career of any kind, making a lot of money, whatever that is, write it down and write down what you know is the end goal. That's what I gleaned from that, and I want that to be said to you guys, because I realize if you know what success looks like, you know how to get there. My biggest takeaway from that was that he understood, I'm going to be in the Mighty Ducks movie, got into it. I'm going to do all that, did it. I'm going to be on SNL, going to do it. Like he said, it's happening, and it's happening. And he made sure his mother and father, and then the biggest other part is you have to have the right team around you. People got to support you. There is no doing this by yourself. You know what I mean? Like you have to have people who are going to dial in to the goal. You know, they have to be a part of the delusion with you. If they're not dialed in with it, they're not going to really want to focus with you. And that was something I really loved. So that book really did, I don't want to say it's changed my life, it just changed my perspective, because I have shifted my career goals to higher education. And I had to look at, well, what's the finish line for me as higher education? Is it a provost? Is it a dean? Is it a director? Is it a vice president? Like, where are we going? How are we getting there? What are we doing? What do we want to do in higher education? And what do we want to study? And that's why I like that book. Final one I read, a last love story I read outside of Delgado Family Series, was a novel love story, and it was by Ashley Poston. This book was released in 2024. It's a romance novel about a literature professor named Eileen Elsie Merriweather, who finds herself literally trapped in the fictional town of her favorite romance series after her car breaks down, and it forces her to confront a grumpy bookstore owner and potentially write her own happy ending. So it's an enemies to lovers, meet cute kind of situation, fantasy romance novel. I really loved and hated this book. I just said I wasn't gonna like talk shit about the books, and I talk shit. A novel love story was cute, like, and don't get me wrong, like the fantasy part of it, like, oh, I'm in my books, oh my god, I'm in a book, that's not even the part that bothered me. I just didn't understand her interactions with the people of the town and and her friends, and like, do they not know you're gone? Like, what's going on? You know? So the book was really different. I'll say it was different. And I liked it. It's just, I have a hard time with fantasy, period. And I'm realizing that about myself. So I'm trying to accept that, like, I'm not the most, I think I'm a realistic reader. And I have to accept that about myself. Change of plans for our day. My childhood bestie, I've known her for 32 years. Can you believe that? Michelle is in town. When I moved up here, I actually moved 2 hours away from her in Tampa. So she lives in Tampa, I live in Orlando. So she's here for a conference, and she just called me to let me know that she's in town. She's done with her conference. So we are meeting and I'm very excited. So as you're seeing, so I'm wearing this. It's actually gonna get zhuzhed because I'm going to make this shirt like a crop top situation. And don't worry, it's the vision. So fun fact, body care. I use all the EOS's lotion. This is actually from Christmas time. This was like their special edition lotion. It's really good. And then I mix it with my body oil. This is the Cocoa Butter Vaseline Cocoa Butter Body Oil, which I absolutely love. So I mix that together. It's supposed to be on damp skin, but it took me too long to get myself together because I forgot that I was vlogging my day and I got caught up in this Spider Noir show that me and Jarrett were watching. I'm gonna hang out with my best friend. All right, so I'll be back. I have to call my bestie, see where she's at.
Speculative fiction, that dystopian.
You read fantasy or romantasy?
Yes.
Which one do you like the most?
Romantasy.
Romantasy?
I like science fiction.
It's a new release. I read the first one. I love Kennedy Ryan so much. She's my favorite author. That's why you see me having a heart attack right now because I love her so much. And it is $19. Oh god, no, because Amazon has it for cheap. And I will never pay retail for anything. But oh, it's cool.
Did you finish Daggermouth?
I'm actually about to start reading it now. It just because I didn't finish it. Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay, so it's good. I love her. I love her so much. For the contemporary romance, I love her.
I can't do contemporary romance.
I know, but it's
I'm so bored.
cutesy.
Abby likes it.
Dead ass.
Abby likes it.
Now, here's the thing though.
The kind of Nefertiti.
I haven't read her book yet. I have the other one. I love that outfit. Exactly. I have her book in Libby right now. Oh, so this is Emily Henry. So I read her book, Happy Place. And the book is good. What is that?
Did you read Hooked?
What's Hooked?
I don't know, that one was in Spanish. But anyway, she does like a twisted takes on like fairy tales.
Oh, I love sprayed edges. Oh my god. I heard this is like a really popular book. People we meet on vacation. Why is this book so heavy? This is...
Nice pages.
What does that mean?
It means it's made on nice paper.
Oh.
Dense paper.
$35. Get out of
That's
here.
why it's heavy.
I read Kenan Thompson's memoir, by the way. I actually liked it. Well, what is this? Are these the memoirs?
I think it's a lot of different things. It just says new.
Why is everyone's new? Seems like it's new enough one day. I like memoirs, but like from like funny people.
This looks adorable.
Let me see. He bakes. He's nice. I want to read this.
Right?
This is so funny. Okay, Adam, you said hooked, scarred, and I have to add this. This is good.
Are you finding everything okay?
Yes. can't read that book. Drive me nuts. Why is the bluest eye? I don't like this cover.
Psychological thriller. I'm familiar with The Haunting of House.
Ah, okay. Oh, I was going to show you this book. So, this book, read the synopsis. You're welcome. Hey, friend. We had a great day yesterday. Michelle came to visit me. I was having such homesickness, so it made me feel so much better. And I was so happy, so that was really awesome. Today is Sunday, June 7th, and the time 2:30 in the afternoon. Just get my daughter's hair started. It depends on which hairstyle we end up with. So I need to make sure that I have at least 6 packs of braiding hair specific to do her hair with. So this is the purple braiding hair that we were left over with. And I think what I might do is like put some purple pieces in there just to like, no, I think we have more than enough. Under no circumstances can this be considered a tutorial because I have no idea what I am doing. I am learning and I am practicing and we're going to see how good I can fake it till I make it. So, her hair was washed 2 days ago, so naturally it needs to be wet. But we have the Chi heat protectant, spray bottle. I have the Pearls Dynasty vanilla cream custard. I have olive oil styling gel. I also have extra hold jam. I don't have a lot of this because I've been using this for my leave out, so I'm just gonna mix the two. I think you're supposed to use that. And then I have coconut oil for her scalp. I also have a ton of these clips to separate the hair because you're supposed to like section hair before you braid it, after you blow dry it. We're gonna turn on the audiobook. I get my audiobooks from Libby. Cue this up because I'm on chapter 38. Okay, so today is Monday, June 8th, and it is 3:53. Here's where we are with Beans' hair. Listen, I'm learning, and this is pretty good for somebody who's first time, so not too much. The goal for the braiding is so that we can have her hair set up for the rest of the summer. She'll be done, so we don't have to worry about her hair, because she spends the summers with her dad. And since we've moved to Orlando, that means we're really not going to be close by. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday morning, June 9th at 7:13 in the morning. And we have work to go to. Let me show y'all how the magic happens. It's real high-tech stuff, guys. What? Check me out. This is how the magic happens, okay? And eventually I'm gonna like maybe set the shut up better. always have just a sliver of wall. And then I press record. And we go. And y'all gonna see how this gonna look. It's nice. It's real fancy stuff. It's real high-tech stuff, guys. Real big, real big. Turn on the lights. Isn't that the coolest? My commute to work is like 30 minutes from where we live, which is not bad at all. In Florida world, in Florida terms, you want a 30-minute commute, you know? That's always the goal. I usually leave, give or take, like 7:15 so that I am able to get to my job. Turn on my audiobook. I am currently reading Leave Your Mess at Home by Tolani Akinola. I love this book so far. I love family dynamic books, although I will say like the siblings aren't interacting as much with each other as I would like, but I think they're eventually going to. I guess it's kind of like a build-up, so I'm trying to be mindful, but it's a very relatable story and I actually enjoy it.
Clandestinely luxurious. But despite the lengths Sola has gone to look as though she belongs among the store's clientele, her manager has relegated her to the stock room. I was roughing Karen up a little, you know? Like once when she was like 5 and I was 14, she went in my makeup and wasted a whole bottle of this Lancome foundation that I had lifted from the Macy's on State Street. Completely wasted. I mean, she had smeared it all over her face, her hair, her neck, her arms. And I knew what she was trying to do. She's had vitiligo since she was little. I knew kids called her names. Sometimes I did too. But it didn't stop me. I swear I hit her hard. I was just so mad because she'd gone into my room and gone through my stuff, you know? I was about to turn and get a belt from my closet to whoop her little ass, but Angela ran in and...
Hey man, Sola's a problem. Okay, we gotta stop for a second. We need to discuss Sola. What the fuck is wrong with this girl? I'm trying to find the redeemable qualities in her. Like every once in a while I'm like, oh, her boyfriend is terrible. Wow, that's so mean. And then you like... It's obviously like generational trauma and how like when your parents treat you one way, you decide to turn around and treat your family the same. I get all of that. Like, it's just, I kind of want Sola to get out the victim mentality. Like, I don't have a lot of sympathy for Sola. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I know you're supposed to have sympathy for somebody, but like, what do you mean you slapped the shit out of your 5-year-old sister, you weirdo? What the fuck? I'm sorry. Like, are you serious to me? No, seriously. Okay, so I'm partially frustrated with the character because of my own personal experiences with big sisters, but also the fact that like it seems like this character just comes up with a lot of excuses for poor decisions and bad behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like what happens with Sola and with a lot of the other siblings is that they're all very problematic people in some capacity. Like, they all have issues being themselves, and they're not honest with themselves. Each one of them have a problem. They have an issue like owning their shit and owning who they are. Specifically Sola and Angela, they both don't know how to just be in their truth, like live in their truth. And Sola, it's everybody else's fault and not her own. Like, she doesn't own the fact that she's done some things that she should not have done, and it's become like everyone else's problem. As a child of an immigrant, like, this story is so good just because, like, if you have been raised by immigrant parents, whether Nigerian or otherwise, you know what this is. Like, you know this experience, especially if you have siblings being raised by these parents, and also if you were raised by parents who were trying to maintain your culture, like maintain their culture within an American society. It can get a little dicey, right? And so I'm noticing that with this book, they explore family dynamics really well.
Perhaps the coming of her first grandchild has led his mother to redouble her efforts to bring the family together. Ola almost types out a message to Marisol about it before he remembers they're fighting.
All right, so we're at work now. I've gotten a good chunk of my book done. I'm just so concerned about everyone in this family, like Ola and Karen and Angela. We just need to sit down and talk as a family, because what is happening? Anyway, let's get into the office and get some emails done, and then I will see you guys later. Welcome to my new office. It's nice. So I finished Golden Sun, which is the second book from the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown, and it is an incredible book. I will say this, with this book, you have to pay attention. I would not recommend, if you're not somebody who can like pay attention in an audiobook, like I would not recommend Golden Sun, because it was not easy for me specifically. My biggest struggle with Golden Sun was just keeping up with the action of it all, because it was a lot of action. Like, it was a lot of, I don't want to say bang bang shoot 'em up per se, but it was definitely a significant amount of moving parts. My critique with Golden Sun is simply like, with both Red Rising and Golden Sun, you learn quickly that like Darrow has a really hard time managing his emotions. He's about that action at all times. He's ready for anything. He's ready for war. He's ready to fight. He's ready to go. But the thing about Darrow in Golden Sun versus Red Rising is that he's fully acclimated to being a gold, and he acts as if he doesn't really fuck with golds like that, but he really likes being a gold. Like, he needs to accept that, like, you're a gold. Red Rising is about this man, Darrow. He's a teenager, actually. The only thing that's really off-putting is that Darrow is being voiced by this grown-ass man, and he's supposed to be 19. It's like Hunger Games in space, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like they should have had somebody who sounds a little bit younger read for him, but it's neither here nor there. So there's Darrow. He's a miner from a genetically engineered, color-coded caste system. So essentially, he is a red, and everyone is genetically engineered, and it's post like apocalyptic Earth, right? So like Earth got messed up because we didn't take care of the planet, and so now all these people are like these genetically engineered people, and there's a caste system based off of what color you are, and you're linked inherently to that color, just of like who you are. So he is a red, and he goes through this body modification, what they call carving, in order to become a gold, which is the higher of the top people in this caste system. And so these people are not good, and they are in charge of kind of the rules and regulations of his world and his society. Reds are the lower miners, and they're the ones who kind of like, their work is kind of what keeps everything going. The whole point of it is that the reason why he is infiltrating the golds and becoming a gold is so that he can overthrow this empire. And it's kind of like a Roman Empire kind of thing. So that's his job. His whole purpose is that, and he's insane. He just loves war. This man is, he just is delicious. War is delicious, okay? War is lit. We love a good war, you know? From what I've gotten from this book and what I've understood with this book is that Darrow is trying to hold on to pieces of himself and who he used to be, and I think he wants so badly to continue being seen as this like crusader for justice for his people, but you are also enjoying the fruits of this new life. I kind of imagine it, or I liken it to being like if I, as a Black woman, was given the opportunity, or I don't want to say it would be an opportunity, but was given an option or had to switch my race and to live life as a white woman or a white man. Let's just go, if we're gonna go big, we're gonna go big all the way. See me as a white man, I'm living as a white man, my name is Mark, you know what I mean? There would be times where I would miss and I would sympathize and empathize with the Black women around me that I interact with, right? And I would want to see them, I can imagine myself seeing them as whole people and treating them as whole people. I would be lying to myself if I were to say, like, I'm not going to enjoy life as this white man. Like, I would love to enjoy that privilege. Like, could you, like, I would walk into places, nobody would question my being there. Imagine myself, like, getting opportunities just for existing, just because I'm funny and charming, because I would definitely be funny and charming. I'm not going to be like a, you know, an annoying white man. Like, I have to, like, you know, I would really, like, work my way up. Like, people just assume I know shit, you know? And I would know nothing. And I would just be mediocre at things. Like, I'm just... I don't know if I would go through life being a mediocre white man, but I don't know if I would go through life being extraordinary. Like, I know I wouldn't be trying as hard, or I wouldn't be working as hard. Oh, you're here. Oh my God, my coworker's here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are going to get on the train with me. I think this will be the easiest content I can do because I don't have to rely on technology. I know for my older ladies, I know you guys need to see this. I want y'all to know, like, if you want to do content, like, you can. It doesn't matter how old you are. And so my main reason for coming back was I have the time now. My daughter starts high school, and I have the resources now. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And again, my name is Nefertiti, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.